the original Joseph Pilates repertoire tonight, or this afternoon. So we're going to start at 1. We're going to see how far through we can get. So we may get, sorry, my camera's taking a bit to focus. We may get to about 20 or so. We'll see how we go. There's 37 in total. So we're going to start with just a warm up first. We'll start with our roll downs. So just coming up to your mat and getting started with those roll downs. So bring your chin to chest, round through the spine, coming all the way down. Restack back up tall. Arms come up and overhead. Interlacing the fingers, push the palms up. And butterfly the arms back down. Chin to chest, round through the spine, coming all the way down. Restack back up tall. Arms up and overhead. Interlace the fingers, push the palms up. Beautiful. Keep going here. All right, 3 more. Two more. And last one. Interlace those fingers at the top, push the palms up to the ceiling. Drop the hands back down to a T, and we're going to go into our twists. So we twist to one side and then twist to the other side. Twist and twist. And when you feel ready, add in your little pulse. So we release, pulse, back the other way, release and pulse, back the other way. Our gaze is always going to the fingertips that are going behind. Release and pulse, release and pulse. Beautiful. Let's go for 5 each way. 4, 3, 2 more each side. And last ones. Once you're done, drop your hands down by your side, and we're going to take a step out. So if I was standing this way on my mat, my feet are roughly on either side of the mat, on the outside of the mat. So arms come out to a T. Our right hand is going to saw off the left ankle. So we come down, 1, 2, 3 saws, back up to that T. Left hand, right ankle. 1, 2, 3, back up to the T. 1, 2, 3, back up to the T. 1, 2, 3, back up to the T. Beautiful, that's it. Now, the hand that's going back behind, we flip our palm to face up and then back towards the camera. 3 more each side. Beautiful, 2 more each side. And last one, once you've evened yourself out, drop the hands back down by your side. All right, we're going to make our way down to the mat now. So coming down to the end of your mat, we're going to roll back down and get our hands down to the mat. If you need to bend the knees, go for it. Chin to chest, round through the spine, reaching the hands down to the mat. Let's walk out into pike. Holding pike, let's push our chest back towards our legs. Think about the heels dropping down towards the mat. All right, let's cycle those legs. Drop one knee in, drop the opposite heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last ones. Gently drop the knees down to the mat, pushing into child's pose. Take a nice long stretch, reaching those hands as far forward as you can. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up onto your hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees hip distance apart, under the hips. Happy cat, angry cat. Tummy comes down, we look up, around the spine, look through to your knees. Drop the tummy down, look up, around the spine, look through to your knees. Let's really try and push that upper back right up towards the ceiling, and then drop the tummy down, looking up. Beautiful, and just finding your own pace here. Pushing through the palms of your hands into the mat, through that angry cat. We'll just go for another 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to a neutral spine in between the happy cat and angry cat. Tuck the toes under. Hinge the bum back to the heels. Shoulders come over the wrists. We stretch out those wrists. Backwards and forward. Beautiful. That's it. Keep going here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Untuck the toes. Right hand comes up to the ceiling. Let's thread the needle. Rest the arm down onto the mat for 5. Lift and thread. 4, 3, lift and thread. 2, and last one. Swapping sides. Left hand comes up. Let's thread. Rest the arm down. Lift and thread. Lift and thread. 2 more. Rest that arm down. Last one. Beautiful. Let's cross the feet over. Walk the hands back. Flip over onto your bum. And then just shuffle down to about midway of your mat. So, number 1 is the hundreds. So, we're going to start off with the worst one. So, we drop down onto the mat. Now, there's 4 different options for the hundreds, and I'll just go through them. So, number 1 is we leave our feet on the mat, chin to chest, and we're pulsing those arms up and down. Option number 2 is legs into tabletop. Option 3, legs up to the sky. And option 4, lower those legs down as low as you can without arching the spine. So you can stick with one, or you can go through all 4 of them if you need to. So we're going to be doing 100 beats of those arms. In for 5, out for 5. All right, when you're ready, let's get set up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're halfway. 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, resting down. Take a breather. So we're going to have a nice amount of a break in between each exercise through these ones. So, especially the first lot, very core heavy. All right, so our next one is the roll-ups, and I'll just demonstrate that now. But Jody, if you know what you're doing, feel free to just jump straight into it, but I'll just explain it. So for our roll-ups, I'll show you the full version, and then I'll show you another version if you need that adjustment with the pillow. So arms come up, chin to chest. We roll up, pulse 1, 2, 3, and then roll back down, arms go long. Beautiful. Arms up, chin to chest, coming up, 1, 2, 3 pulses, and back down. Beautiful. All right, let's make sure our toes are pointed up to the ceiling here, and think about the legs being glued into the mat. 1, 2, 3, back down, arms go long. Arms up, chin to chest, we come up, 1, 2, 3, all the way back down. Arms go long. Beautiful, that's looking really good. Nice, Hannah. Beautiful, Jody. Now what we're going to try and do here is think about rounding our spine. So as soon as we bring our chin to chest, we're rounding our spine. Our nose is going to come down towards our knees for our 3 pulses. And then we're going to stay with that rounded spine until we start to really lay back down onto the mat and the arms go long. 1, 2, 3. All the way back down. Arms go long. Let's do 3 more here. Two more. And last one. 1, 2, 3. All the way back down. Arms can come back down by your side. Just taking a little breather. Okay, so we're going to get into the rollovers next. Now, this is one that you may need a pillow for, but just see how you go first. Give it a go first, and then if you need to use a pillow, I'll show you that adjustment. So, our rollovers. We're going to be taking our legs up to the ceiling. Now, you really want to use your hands pushing them into the mat here as you take the legs back behind and then slowly lower back down onto the mat. Legs come back to the up. Using those hands, push in, roll over, and then coming back down. Beautiful, that's it. Now, Hannah, what I'd say, try it with a pillow a couple of times. So, what we're going to do, just until you get the feeling of it, pop that pillow under your bum. So it just gives you a little bit of extra height. And then lift the legs up. That's it, yeah, that made it easier. And then roll back down nice and slow. Beautiful. Rolling over. Take the legs back as far as you can. And then coming back down. Now, if you wanted to get a little bit more of a burn in the abs here, what we would do is come down to the L and then drop the legs to the 45. And then rolling over. Coming back down with as much control as you can, really using your hands to lower each part of your spine down onto the mat. Nice, Jody. That's looking really good. Beautiful. Lift. All right, let's do 4 more here. Three more. Two. And last one. Coming back down. Hug those knees or rock them side to side, wherever you feel like you need here. Whew, okay. We are going to move into our one leg circle now. So, that one leg circle, we're going to start with our right leg and we're just going to have a look at what our feet are doing here. So, our right toes are up and we've got them in a ballerina toe position. Our left toes are flexed up towards our nose and we're going to try and hold that the whole time. We drop the leg over the body, down past the toes, up and around. Over the body, down past the toes, up and around. Beautiful, that's it. Now as the leg goes over the body, the right butt cheek comes up off the mat. Over the body, down past the toes, up and around. Now if you feel like you need to keep a little bend in the knee, that's okay. 3 more and then we're going to swap directions. 2 more. And last one. Lift the leg back up to the ceiling. We go away from the body, down past the toes, up and around. Away from the body, down past the toes, up and around. Now it has been a while since we've done the leg circles in our classes, so I was going to say, if this is the first time you're doing them or we haven't done them for a while, they might feel pretty intense. So, but at any stage you need to drop down, have a rest and then come back up. 2 more. And last one. Lift the leg right back up to the ceiling and then drop it down to the mat. I always feel like one leg ends up a little bit longer to even yourself out. So left leg comes up. Let's have a look at our toes. So left toes, ballerina. Right toes flexed up towards your nose. Drop over the body, down past the toes, up and around. Over the body, down past the toes, up and around. Over, down past the toes, up and around for 4. Lifting that left butt cheek up off the mat for 3, 2, and last one. Let's reverse that circle now. Leg comes back up to the ceiling. We drop away from the body, down past the toes, up and around. Away, down past the toes, up and around. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Take the leg right back up to the ceiling and then drop it down to the mat. Have a little breather. If you need to rock those knees side to side or pull them into your chest, go for it. Ooh, all right, we are going to move into our rollbacks now. So grab one or both knees and come up to a seated position. So for our rolling back, the way Joseph Pilates teaches it is you tuck right into a ball and your hands come right down near your ankles. So you're really squeezing those legs in and you've got very little movement. And then I'll show you the way I teach it. So you bring your chin to chest, point those toes, roll back, and then roll back up. Now, if you feel like you need a little bit more assistance getting up, we're going to bring the hands up closer towards the knees. And that just gives us a little bit more movement in the legs. So when we roll back, we can use the legs to help us get back up. So you can kind of fling them back and use them to come back up. Your other alternative is to bring the hands under the knees, and that really gives you a lot of freedom with the legs. So you can use them to help you leave it back up. Now, obviously over time, this exercise is really about the core. So we do want to get to a point where we're not moving the legs at all. But we can work up to that. Let's try and touch the back of the head onto the mat. And then hover onto the sit bones without touching the toes to the ground. Beautiful, that's it. Nice, so try to touch the back of the head onto the mat. And if you feel like you've got it in you today, try and hover onto the shoulder blades. So as you rock back, touch the back of the head and just sit here for a moment and then come back down. Roll back and back down. Beautiful, that's it. Keep going here. Four more. Two. And last one. And coming back up. Okay, we are into the one leg stretch now. So, grabbing hold of your right knee and then just laying down onto the mat. Now, we're going to lift the left leg up a few inches off the mat, bringing your chin to chest. Ballerina toes, and then we switch legs. And switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Beautiful, that's it. Hug that knee into your chest each time it comes in. Now, if your neck is feeling sore here, you can rest it down onto the mat, but I do try to encourage everyone to bring their chin to chest as much as possible, so we're strengthening those neck muscles as well. All right, 5 each side. Doing really well. 4, 3, 2, and last ones each side, and dropping back down. Beautiful work. Take a little breather. Have a drink if you need. You can hug those knees or rock them side to side. So what we move into now is the double knee stretch, where we're tucking both knees into our chest. Now, at any stage, if you feel like this one isn't for you, you can just revert back to the single leg stretch. We tuck both knees in, bring your chin to chest. Ballerina toes on, arms and legs go long, and then we tuck back in. Now, the whole time here, we're pushing the back of the waistband down into the mat. So if you find you're arching your spine, means you just need to take those legs up a little bit higher. So even if you've got to take them right up to the ceiling, do that and then just gradually lower them back down, and you find a point where you start to arch your spine, just go up a little bit higher. And that's your sweet spot. 5 more. Beautiful, that's it. 4, 3, 2, and last one, dropping back down, take a breather. Beautiful work, take a rest. So while you're having a rest, I'll demonstrate this single straight leg stretch. So we're going to grab our right leg. Now, the way Joseph teaches it is you are grabbing right up around near your ankle. However, I know that's not possible for everybody, so you can hold on to wherever you need on the leg. Shoot the left leg long, bring your chin to chest. Point those toes, and then we switch legs. And switch, and switch. So ways it may look for you, you may bring your hands around your calves, bending the knee a little bit if you need to, or even around below the knee. Beautiful, that's it. That's looking really good. Breathe through it. We've got 6 each side. 5 each side. 4, 3, 2, and last ones. Dropping back down, take a rest. Take a breather, have a drink if you need to. Take a moment. Okay, so our next one is our double straight leg stretch. And we're bringing the hands behind the head, and we lift both legs up to the ceiling, pointing those toes up. Chin to chest. We lower the legs down as low as we can without arching the spine. So again, even if you're only coming like a few centimeters, that's fine. We're just working within our range. We're coming down as low as we can to the point just before we start to arch, and then come back up. Beautiful, that's it. All right, we're going to go for another 20 seconds here. Breathing through it. Doing really well. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down or collapsing down. Rock those knees or hug them into your chest. So we're up to number 10 now, which is crisscross. And then we'll give the abs a tiny little bit of a break. So for our crisscross, we bring our chin to chest, keeping our hands behind our head. Left elbow is going to go to our right knee. Shoot the left leg long, and then we switch. Right elbow to left knee, and switch. And switch, and switch, and switch. And switch. Yes, that's it. Keep going here. Switch. And switch. Beautiful. For 6 each side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last ones. Drop back down. Take a breather. All right, we're going to come up to a seated position now. We're going to move into number 11, which is the spine stretch. So for spine stretch, we take those legs out as wide as we can. We want to sit up nice and tall through the spine. So if you need to bend the knees or pop a pillow under your bum, go for it. Toes pointed up to the ceiling. Drop the hands down to the mat. Chin to chest, round the spine, push forward. 1, 2, 3. Sitting back up tall. Chin to chest, round that spine, push forward, 1, 2, 3, back up tall. Chin to chest, round the spine, forward, 1, 2, 3, back up tall. Let's make sure those toes are pointed up to the ceiling so we're stretching through the hamstrings. 1, 2, 3, back up tall. Let's try and get the fingertips just a little bit further with each pulse. Four more. 3, 2, and last one. Coming back up tall, beautiful. Bring the legs back in together now for a moment. So our next one is a rocker with open legs. So this one kind of combines our rollbacks with our spine stretch. We're going to grab hold of our ankle or anywhere on the leg that you can, of one leg and then the other leg. We're hovering here onto the sit bones. Make sure you've got room behind you, chin to chest, rolling back, and then coming back up. And whoa, I overshot at that time, but we want to hover onto the sit bones. So we roll back and then hover up onto the sit bones. So if you need to hold wherever else on the leg, you can, even if you need to bend the knees here a little bit and do it that way, that's okay. Chin to chest, hovering up onto the sit bones, and we roll back. Beautiful, that's it, doing well. We've got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Coming back up, beautiful. Take a little breather. We're going to move back into the position of spine stretch with our legs out wide. Sitting up tall, arms come out to a T. So at the start of class, we did a standing saw. Now we do a seated saw. Right hand saws off the left foot. 1, 2, 3 times. Back up to the T. And then switch. 1, 2, 3. Back up to the T. 1, 2, 3. Back up to the T. Now, that hand that comes behind, our thumb is going to come down towards the mat and then the palm flips up to the ceiling. So the thumb comes down, palm flips up. 1, 2, 3, back up to the T. 1, 2, 3, back up to the T. Beautiful. Keep going here, doing well. We'll do 3 more each side, and let's get those toes pointed up to the ceiling again so we're still stretching through the back of the legs at the same time. Last ones each side. 1, 2, 3, back up to a T. 1, 2, 3, back up to a T. Nice work. Okay, we are going to come down onto our stomach now. So cross the feet over, flip over onto your knees, and then drop down onto your tummy. Okay, so this is number 15, which is swan dive. We're not going to jump straight into swan dive just yet. We'll do a bit of warming up to it first. So arms are going to come out to a T. Now you can either drop your chin or your cheek to the mat, focusing on the legs first. We're going to lock out those knees, pointing the toes to the wall behind, lifting the legs up, and then dropping them back down to the mat. Lifting up, and then dropping them back down. Lift and lower. Beautiful. 3 more here. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2. And last one. Dropping back down. All right. Leave the legs on the ground. Let's just do the upper body now. So head, chest, arms come up and drop back down. Up and back down. Beautiful. Up and then drop back down. Lift up, drop back down. 2 more. And dropping back down. Okay, let's combine all of this together now. So, arms, chest, head, legs, come up and drop back down. Come up and drop back down. Up and down. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Okay, let's move into swan dive. So, the way Joseph teaches you on how to get into it, I'll demonstrate, and then I'll show you the other version, which makes it a whole lot easier. So, we lift up. Now we think about our chin coming down to the mat and then our toes coming down. And we start to rock. Okay? The other alternative, if you have a go at that if it just does not work for you. Hands come into the front corners of the mat, looking up, and then we release the arms out to the T. Chin, toes, Okay, give that a go. Even if you just play around with it, if it's the first time you're doing it, it's going to feel a bit weird. So, a lot weird. So yeah, use the hands, push them into the front corners of the mat, looking up, so our chin is going to come down. Release the arms, chin, toes. And even if you do 1 or 2 rocks at a time, and then have to reset. Beautiful, Hannah, that's it, you're getting it. Nice. Beautiful, Jody, that's it. So just do as many rocks as you can. Like I said, even if it's just 1. And then reset, and at any stage, if you feel like you just need to pull back into child's pose, just pull back, have a stretch, and then when you're ready, come back down. We're going to go for another 30 seconds here. So rest when you need to, and then come back up and go again. Beautiful. Chin, toes, chin, toes, chin, toes. Breathing through it. That's it. You're doing really well, Hannah. It feels so weird the first time you do it. Actually, probably a lot of the times you do it. But all right, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just drop back down or collapse back down. Take a breather. If you feel like you just need to push back into child's pose, just push back up, sink back into your child's pose, and just take a bit of a stretch there. Okay, we're doing really well. We are up to 16 now. So is our one leg kick. So we're going to drop back down and then sit up onto our forearms. We're going to kick both heels to our bum, and then we take one leg down. Now from here, our gaze is going straight forward, and with quite a forceful kick, we're going to try and kick our other foot to our other foot to our bum, and switch, and switch, and switch. So it's quite a forceful thing. It's not just like, kicking your legs back and forth. It's really like bam, bam, bam. Kick, kick, kick. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those legs down. Chest comes down. Place your hands on your lower back. We're going into our double leg kick now, and kick both heels to your bum. All right, so we're coming into a Superman pose. So we lift up, find your Superman. Try and lock those knees out and then drop back down. Lift, drop back down. Lift, we're not bending the knees, and then we drop back down. This is our start and end position. Lift and back down. 3 more. Beautiful, that's it. 2 more, lift and back down. Last one, lift and drop back down. Okay, let's work our way back to a seated position now. So coming back up, cross the feet over, walk the hands back, flip over onto your bum. You may need to shuffle forward a little bit. So this one is very similar to when we did the roll-ups at the start of class. So we're going to bring our hands behind our head. Now I'm going to demonstrate this one. If you struggle with that coming up part, I'm going to give you a really good hybrid version to do. So chin to chest, point the toes up to the ceiling. We come up and then we sit up tall. Then we come forward, pulse 1, 2, 3, sit back up tall, and and then all the way back down. Beautiful. Coming up chin to chest, sitting up. Sit up tall. Then come forward. 1, 2, 3. Sit back up tall. And then all the way back down onto the mat. Now that hybrid version is we bring the arms out long, similar to when we do those full roll-ups. Bring the arms up, chin to chest. Sit up, bring the hands behind your head. Then come forward. 1, 2, 3 pulses. Back up tall. And then lay back down. And then take your arms back long again. 1, 2, 3. Sit up tall. And then roll back down onto the mat. Beautiful, that's it. Coming up, sit up tall. Then come forward, pulse 1, 2, 3. Now the other version, I'll just show in case, like at any stage, if you need the pillow, and this can also feel really nice on your back as well. You can bring a pillow right behind your bum, so you push it up against your bum. Lay down over the pillow and just come into that extension. Bring your hands behind your head or take them out long and sit up. It makes it a little bit easier just with that sit up part, but also quite nice with that back extension too. So sometimes I like to do it this way just because it feels really nice. All right, we'll do 3 more here. Beautiful. Coming forward. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. And last one. And coming back down onto the mat, resting down. Okay, so how are we going for time? Oh, all right. I want to quickly get in the scissors and bicycle in. So this is very similar to when we were taking the legs back behind our head. So if you need the pillow, pop the pillow right under your bum. And I'll demonstrate both anyway. We're going to lift the legs up to the ceiling. Okay, using the hands. As we kick the legs back, we're going to support the hips, pushing the hips back. So we're going to hold those hips there. Take one leg up to the ceiling. Feel the other one dropping down. And switch into our scissors. Switch and switch. Beautiful. That's it. Switch. Reset whenever you need to. So if you feel like you need to come back down, push the hands into the mat. Roll over. Support the hips. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs come back behind your head. Drop your hands down to the mat and lower back down onto the pillow. Take a little breather. Now, bicycle is going to be very similar. We're going to be doing basically riding an upside down bike. So when you're ready, hands into the mat. Legs up, rolling over, supporting your hips. All right, now take one leg up and then pretend to ride a bike. Cycle those legs. So one knee comes down as the other leg goes up and long. All right, let's reverse that cycle. Go backwards on the bike. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the legs behind your head. Arms come down, and then we lower back down with as much control as possible. Beautiful work. Hug those knees, rock side to side. Take a little breather here. Actually, we're into our cool down now anyway. So that was a really good effort. We got to 20. So let's place those feet down into the mat and stretch out the glutes while we're here. Take the right leg over the left knee. Now you've got your few options from here. You can either push that knee away or bring the hands in and over the left leg and pull that knee back until you feel that stretch through your right glute. Now your chin can be to chest or down on the mat, whatever feels best for you here. We'll hold for another 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's swap legs. left leg over the right knee. Either push the left knee away or bring the hands in and over the right and pull back. Holding for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grabbing one or both knees and coming up to a seated position. Cross the feet over, flip over onto your knees and work your way back into child's pose. Taking a nice long stretch, dropping your bum down towards the heels. Let's bring our knees out to the side of the mat and our toes as well. So on either side of the mat, we come up through neutral spine and then we're going to drop down into cobra. Allow the legs to go out wide, look up to the ceiling. And then when you're ready, just push back through that neutral spine, back into child's pose. And just continue this one at your own pace. If you feel like sitting into cobra for a little bit longer, this one's going to feel really nice for both the hip flexors and the abdominals. And then when you're ready to move back through, back into child's pose, and then coming forward again. So we'll go for another 30 seconds here. Another 10 seconds. We'll finish off this one that we're in now. We'll all meet back in child's pose. And then walk those knees back in together, feet back in together, sinking down. Taking a nice long stretch here. Let's move into pigeon. Tuck the toes, bum up to the sky. Right knee comes down in between the hands. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. Drop straight into your preferred position. We're going to do 45 seconds here. Just starting to catch your breath and regulate your breathing a little bit more. With each breath out, we sink deeper into the right hip. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands into the mat. Tuck your back toes. Pike. And then swap sides. Drop the left knee down. Drop the back knee. Untuck the back toes. Down into your preferred position. With each breath out, let's sink deeper into the left hip. Holding for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands into the mat. Tuck your back toes. Pike. Walk the hands to the feet. Bend the knees if you need to. And then we're going to really slowly come all the way back up to standing. Just taking your time. Once you get back up to the top, roll the shoulders back. Arms come up to the ceiling. Interlace the fingers, palms up, and let's finish off with our few swings. So with our swings, we're going to take that deep bend in the knees. Release the hands, drop down, swing those arms, back up to standing. Swing for 3, deep bend in the knees for 2, and last one. Coming back up, rotating those arms a few times in each direction, and we're all done.